right, shufflers from all over the nation. January Shuffle fam, what's going on? Today is going to be day 23. This will be a flow day. So we're going to be going over how to use your environment while you are shuffling, how to garner inspiration of how to move when you're just going about your dance. So in day 14 of this challenge, we used an imaginary prop to kind of direct our flow. We were able to, just have something manifest in front of us, and that, really dictated what we were going to do. But this will be the opposite, kind of. So we can look around in our environment and see what we have. We can see what color things are, the shape, the texture, how they might feel, what is their tactile kind of characteristics. And we can either emulate that object or our environment, or we can move like it. We can be as similar or dissimilar. Maybe we want to be the opposite of that object as well. So this also goes for people. What are the people in your environment doing? If you see, a bunch of little kids running around and chasing each other and just being childlike, you can add that into your flow. You can kind of bounce around like a toddler would and, fall around. It doesn't really matter. If you see a leaf on a tree and it's slowly going back and forth and it's going down to the ground, slowly lowering itself, you can kind of do the same thing with your T-steps or with your running man, or however you decide to emulate that object. You can reverse it and you can go up. It doesn't matter. If you have a bunch of columns next to you, such as on the Cheeseman Pavilion, you can be stiff and rigid as a column as you're doing a certain move. You can even pretend that you're falling over like a column and just play with that. You can maybe pretend to grab two columns and bring them together. Really, it's only limited to what your environment gives you. And then it's only limited to what you can think of and how you would like to use it. And so by this point, I've kind of went over what you can do in your own mind as to what your environment is giving you. But you can also play with your environment in a physical way. I could go over to this column and jump off of it and do like a glide or something. Or there's benches over here. I can do whatever. If there's a tree branch in front of me, or if I am dancing underneath a tree, I could do like a spin. I can grab a branch, pull myself up, and then the next spin, drop myself down, and then spin when I get back down. There's so many ways that you can use your environment in a physical way or just in a mental way to move differently. So explore a lot of these options. I know I'm outside, but you can be doing this in your living room. You can be doing this in a basement. There will always be an environment for you guys to be able to use while you're a session. Even if it's very plain and boring, you can kind of spice it up with some of the ways that I've already talked about. So that is all I have for this flow day, using your environment. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with in all the different spaces that you're dancing. It will not be the same from one person to the other. So, pick out things that you like in your environment and just run with them and see what kind of comes out on the other end. So tomorrow we'll be jumping into day 24. We'll be doing T-step kicks. I think this will be a cool way for you guys to just, add more movements to your repertoire of current movements that you're doing now, that you've learned throughout the challenge, and that you could probably implement into a new flow day. So we'll get after it tomorrow. I will see y'all then, and until then, take care.